even though like I disagree with you,
Sure.
I still respect you, and I still respect.
Man, same here.
Yeah. The absence of knowledge for why something happens historically has been the placeholder for God to be put in, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so
explain it.
Isaac Newton, no, Kepler went and saw the stars.
Sure.
Or not the stars, but the planets that he would
Sure.
later go on to say is stars. He would see the paths that they take, and he couldn't figure it out. He couldn't see why they moved in such a pattern, in such
Sure.
a repetitive
The
way.
order.
And he resulted their paths as God pushing them around.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah, that was
And
his assessment of it.
It was his ignorance of how the planets interacted with each other
Yep.
and how gravity
Sure.
interacted with each other. It was his ignorance that he interjected God into. So
Okay.
the thing is,
I see what you're saying.
Is how is it that you can't do that with the Big Bang?
Big Bang.
Because we can't understand of what happened before that. So
Sure.
it's hard to say for a fact.
For fact.
Now it is easy to say that it is logical
Logical.
for a
I like
God
what you say.
to.
I see what you're saying.
I'm sorry. I'm trying
That's
to put
good.
it as not as matter of fact, if that makes sense.
Right.
But
We need to be open and wrestle with it.
right.
Yeah.
It's. I say this just to say that I feel like it's not a one-to-one correlation.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. And if you drew a circle, if I drew a circle in front of you right now, and I say, hey, I'm gonna start filling in my circle with my pen. How much would you say you know about all that full circle? About the world, in existence, deep darkest jungles, 60 billion years, whatever. How much would you say you know about the whole entire world?
Very
Just
little.
a dot.
Right.
Well, in that dot, what you know, is it possible that God exists in the areas that you don't know? Because like what you started with, I don't know if he exists, agnostic. For us to say that God doesn't exist, we have to know about everything it is to know about everything.
See, I like that.
Okay.
I think I wanna reiterate. Like, I don't think that you can 100% disprove God.
Right.
I think
yeah.
I think it's dumb. I think it's borderline idiotic
Illogical.
to say that there is no possibility.
No possibility.
that God can ever exist and
Sure.
has ever existed.
Sure.
I think that's stupid.
Yeah, of course.
I think there are a lot of things that point to
Sure.
him existing.
Sure.
But also at the same time, their arguments also aren't like. Sorry, I'm trying to like
Take your time.
articulate.
Take your time,
it
man.
Well,
I done stole too much of your time.
No,
I
you're
feel
good,
like
bro.
I'm ashamed of
No,
myself.
you're-
Lying
no,
to
you're
you,
good.
man. This is just so good. I just
no, you're good. You're good. And I don't think arguments either way
Okay.
are invalid.
Sure.
Right. I also don't think that either side is valid enough to completely
make a definitive conclusion.
counter. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I think my issue with God
Sure.
and kind of my journey with him is because of this fact that you can't really 100% prove him
Sure.
and disprove him at the same time. It's hard for me to start any relationship with him at all.
Sure.
Because I don't even know if he's real.
Is he real?
Right?
Yeah.
It's like if you were to. This is going to be a weird.
Just go ahead. I
analogy.
love this, man. I love it.
But like, it's like if you're texting like an Arabian girl about like doing stuff together.
Sure.
And she says you build this relationship, and then you like financially support her, and then
You get
like,
the goods.
Yep. And just to find out that he was a 40-year-old living in his mom's
Exactly,
basement,
and that does happen. Yeah, that does
right.
happen.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So it's like I'm talking to that Arabian girl,
right.
if that makes sense.
Right. Well, one of the things you want to study is study the history of people who claim to be Christians throughout the time.
Right.
People died for it. People would not die for something that they knew it was a lie.
Right.
Study the resurrection. If the resurrection is not true,
For sure.
man, Christianity goes up in smokes.
Yeah.
Historically speaking, there's theories that try to disprove the resurrection, but nobody can definitively prove.
Right.
And so if God exists, miracles are possible. Jesus became a man. He's God. He can do.
Right.
If he made water, he can walk on it. So it's possible that if God exists, miracles happen. First century historians like Josephus, Tacitus, these people wrote about this man going around doing magic.
Right.
Now, could it have been magic? Sure, it's possible. But could it have been real? Yes.
Yeah.
So study the evidence and let the evidence lead you where they go, because you're a very sharp young man. I love the fact that since you live in Oklahoma, you ain't just a fake Christian. I love that. But if it's real, it's the most important message in the world.
Yeah.
And man, to live for him is greater than living for yourself.
Yeah.
Because in the end, you're going to find out we're not that smart, we're not that great.
Exactly.
Nobody would even know you existed the day you die. Jesus loved us so much that he gives importance to humanity, even though the world will never even know they existed. So I just pray that you will just seek it. And you can say no to this, but I want to pray that God will show you himself some kind of way, through multiple ways. Because I don't think this was an accident. I saw you when you walked in here, and I was like, I'm so scared to share with that guy. But I said, let me share, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, so what's your last thoughts, man? And what you think?
I think I want to take it back to what you said a second ago,
Sure.
where, you know, like, that's another thing, is that there has been, you know, numerous people, like pretty much all the disciples,
Okay.
You know, fought and died for their belief, you know, 100%
Sure.
believing in it. And
Sure.
you know what they say in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, it's hard it's hard to point at that and be like, that's just wrong.
Yeah.
And not even to say like, oh, it's been transcribed and it's been manipulated throughout
Sure.
the years. Even if you go to, you know, the Dead Sea Scrolls,
Yes.
that you know,
You
look back-
sharp.
well, if you go back to the Dead Sea Scrolls, where they found, like, where they were written in, like, I don't know, the 5th century or whatever, you know, there are a lot of alignments in it. Obviously, there's changes, but
Sure.
I mean, because men are men.
Men are men.
Or
Of course.
humans are,
Sure.
you know, prideful and stuff
Sure.
like that. So, of course, there's going to be differences, but the key features, like, you know, Jesus' existence, obviously, notorious, pretty much historical. Like those 4 books are pretty much historical at this point. And so it's hard to say, like, you know, with all this evidence, with all the men and women that believed in him, that died for him.
Yeah, man.
It's hard to...
The explosion of Christianity, all of the things that come with it. If he ain't, you know, if he was lying, he's the biggest deceiver in the history of the world. And I don't think he was crazy, because crazy people don't come up with what he said. It's just the evidence. I'm not saying believe it, but because I'm saying the evidence just point to there's a savior.
It does,
And I'm just hoping. Do you mind?
I hope so too, man.
Do you mind if I just pray to God will continue to
Of
show
course,
you?
yeah.
Okay, man. Give me your name one more time.
Marshall.
Marshall. All right, Father, I just thank you for Marshall. Man, I'm so grateful for Marshall. I love him and don't even know him. And I just pray, God, that you will reveal yourself to him in multiple ways, not just a glowing from the sky, but God, maybe through people, through dreams, through incidences in his life, God. I remember for a long time I chased after riches, relationships, things that made me feel better. I even chased after religion, but God, you didn't even like religion, because religious people who killed you. You want a relationship, and I pray that at some point in his life, God, he will bow his knee to you. And God, I know he doesn't have to know everything, but give him enough that he can trust this relationship. And God, I pray that you would help him preach this message. And God, he will show the world that he was an agnostic atheist, but one day, God, he'll preach this message to people. And God, and I may not ever see him again, but maybe I'll see him in heaven in Jesus' name. Amen. Man, you're awesome.
I mean, even though like I disagree with you, I still respect you, and I still respect.
Man, same here.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
You're a blessing, man. I'm Tavares. Most people just call me Coach T, and that's my buddy Aiden right there. So, man, God bless you, man. If I don't see you again, I'll see you in heaven.
I'll see you there.
See you later, man.